Bank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Washington Commanders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Jacksonville. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
The promise and the potential, well, they've been with Lawrence his whole football life. From high school in Georgia to stardom at Clemson and even a playoff run in Jacksonville. It's just consistency. Week in and week out, that'll be the next step for Trevor in his career.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence starting with a throw. And he'll cover up as they touch him down a few yards short of the first.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On play action now, Lawrence connects on the crosser. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
Here's the first carry for LaQuint Allen. He's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught by the rookie from Texas A&M. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
Jaguars, first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal. Tootin gets it from the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up for that lengthy opening series. And then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays. But when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Jaguars 7, Commanders nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. His return starts at the 5. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Kate, when you partner a relentless work ethic with elite athleticism, you get Jaden Daniels. He put on an absolute show. One of the best rookie years in the history of the game for a quarterback. And with a work ethic and speed and arm, I don't know why he would ever slow down.
Daniels going to throw to get us started. Running right side by McLaurin. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
Daniels now. Oh, he nearly starts the game off with a pick. Just couldn't hang on to it. Good defensive play, though, regardless. It's going to bring up third down.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Very thankful that INT was dropped as they come to the line here, third and short. Making the call himself. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 10 yards.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Motion man left is Brown. He gives here to the motion man. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Cut down by Caleb Ransom.
He was brought down by Caleb Ransom. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Running back sent in motion.
They send him left out of the slot.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back him up.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time. Just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Play fake here. Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. 3rd and long for him here. And he's just going to hook this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty vets, Tressway. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. Second drive of the game upcoming for this Jaguar offense. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Myers, the motion man here. Hand off to Tootin. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. From the shotgun, Lawrence has him on the quick hitter. And he dodged the tackle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Coming to the line, this is first and 10. Inside give here for Tootin. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. He gets a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Going to the ground again on first. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. That's Trey Amos, rookie second-rounder on the tackle.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now second and 5. They'll go again here with Tootin. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Pass caught, it's Hunter. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
First down throw, Lawrence. There's a screen for Tootin. Down to the 10. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets the looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that, and it's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Run here with Allen. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
Well, one defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Still lined up at the 6. Here's second and goal. Lawrence working from the gun. And this is going to be a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 13-0 lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position could be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
On is Little for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Commanders nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He fields it from the 8. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Again for the first time to Rashad White. He powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Quickly out wide, Daniels. And this is across midfield. They're going to stop him at that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Commanders first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Washington.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Rolling on first down, Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Now at midfield after that loss. Here's 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got Jalen Lane. Decent gain here, but short of the first. Third down, they need 7. They'll air it out on 3rd. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. He intercepts the pass. Breaks the tackle. So we'll get this up across their own 20 on the interception return. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. On the give, it's Tootin. Escapes the defender. The stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
17 yards. That's good for a Jaguars.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
And he'll take what he can get here, Brock, sliding down with a gain of 3. And that is the end of our first quarter. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Lawrence to throw it. That's his running back. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Taking on 1st and 10. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. And give to Allen out of the shotgun. We might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
11 more yards.
You spring a big game like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
First and goal. Here's Tootin. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Second and goal, it's an option to the left. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
Commanders, nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And things are really getting away from him, so an important moment here to try and get a sustained possession going. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense wise to that call there. Receiver wrapped up for no gain. 3rd down coming up.
You know, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stop at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Laying the motion man. Out of the gun, Daniels. Complete out to the right side. And this one doesn't go far.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. To the air on 3rd and long. Cox, this is Lane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Washington 1st down.
So 1st down from the 41. They bring McLaurin in motion right. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Tackled there by Jordan Lewis.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Daniels setting up the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Daniels is going to throw again. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a 1st down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. Daniels from the pistol. Chased out to his right. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And gain 11 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Taken in by Williams outright. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Walker on the stop. A loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of inch as they get set for 3rd and 6. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. On the screen, this is White. Jukes away from one. He makes it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders start to fight back for their first points of this game. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Commanders 7.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars have running back Bashal Tootin headed out with the rest of the offense. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Tootin. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Gonna lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On play action now, Lawrence. Complete out to the right. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man, Thomas has it. Along the right sideline, there's space. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take their lead to a 3-score advantage. Brian Thomas Jr. the touchdown. It is a word broadcasters hesitate to use for a lot of reasons, but 4 touchdowns in 4 drives, Brock. I think we can throw it out here. Perfection thus far.
Yeah, this game will humble you at this level. I mean, this is the best of the best playing it, and you don't normally see this kind of execution and this kind of efficiency, so I understand that word perfection. I will remind everybody, though, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
On is Little for the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. They're down 21 now after that last score and in need of a comeback as we work through this game. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Daniels. Dialing up a receiver screen. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Out of the gun, White. And not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3. And they're going to go. It's Daniels. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Coach is challenging to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
The Jaguars have running back Bashal Tootin headed out with the rest of the offense. There has been nothing that can stop them, so we got to assume this drive, Brock, likely going to end in a touchdown as well. First down now, ball at the 33. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Run here with Tootin. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Jaguars 1st down.
To be a stud back in this league, it takes more than just checking the athletic boxes. There's an IQ, a feel, a patience and craftiness required, along with just tremendous vision. He showed all of it navigating that run up the middle.
Cut near the goal line. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Allen. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Give them 3 yards, and they're just inches away on 3rd down. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. It's the Jags in front here at Everbank. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Looking to throw, Lawrence. There's a screen for Tootin. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. The Commanders take a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
4th and goal.
Leaving the offense out there. It's 4th and goal from the 1. They're going to try to throw for it. He will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again.
Jaguars 35, Commanders 7. Cam Little to kick
All
off
set for the kickoff.
Jaguars.
Little with the honors. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Washington
The Commanders set to take over. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Drive start to the carry by White. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play. But it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Daniels. Pulled in by his back. White. This one nearly moves the chains, but he stopped just shy of that marker. 6-yard pickup brings up 3rd down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
It's 3rd and 2. Now Daniels. That's the line he's going to run for it. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Daniels on 1st down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route complete. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Commanders.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he will wind up out of bounds after a 1st down gain of right around 3 yards.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Again, Daniels to the air. That one hits the ground incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out.
Offense.
So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Third and long for him here. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
The final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here comes Williams on the return. He dodged the tackle. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. Out comes the offense for Washington to begin the third quarter. This has become must-score territory now every time out as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this second half. So first and 10 now from the 30. Daniels from the pistol. It's Cox. This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. That one hits for 30. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's going to have this one down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
And the Commanders' first down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Daniels going to keep it. And he's not able to escape. The zone read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too.
He was taken down.
Well, I don't expect that loss to keep him from utilizing the option at all moving forward, Brock, but I do expect it to keep him from leaning on it too heavily.
Yeah, I'd agree with you there. It's too valuable a piece of their game plan. You want to make that defense defend it, but they did it a whole lot better that time.
Running back motions right. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Let's see what they went with. Third down. Here he goes. Third and long. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And Jaguars to return the interception almost to midfield before the tackle's made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And they bring him to a halt right at that midfield strike. That's Odafe away with a stop.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cut back upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
Hey, I love the jet sweep as much as anybody, Kate. It could be super effective, but here's the deal. Once you send that receiver in motion, well, you're doomed. Because if they bring an edge pressure or there's a blitz, there's really no stopping it. Once that thing gets started, there's no audibling out of it.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And they're up against it. 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. The Commanders all set to regain possession. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. This one left for Daniels. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14.
From the gun, a run for White.
And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it.
A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. On 1st down, they'll run. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
To throw, Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Running here with Tootin. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence on the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to be set up with a 1st down after a nice gain there as he's down by contact.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard
Dude, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. They're both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Once again here, 2nd and 10. Completes it to his back, LeQuint Allen. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Again, it's Lawrence to throw. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete.
Okay, I've talked to you over the years of the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Jacksonville in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. He's hitting at the 12. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Commanders and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. And they take the field feeling pretty beaten down with how this one's gone. Even if they're keeping their heads high, Brock, not a whole lot they've been able to do so far.
Yeah, in these moments, I think of golfers, right, in a tournament. They don't want to look at the scoreboard. They don't want to see how much they're down. They just want to take it shot by shot by shot. It's exactly what this offense has got to do.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Play action now with Daniels. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. They get 22 out of that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They run the counter with White. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Daniels. It is caught left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st and 10. It's a give to White. Winging there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. That's the first down, and he's still going. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage. But the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
He brings it in. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To throw again, it's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. White has the Washington touchdown. The Commanders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
On is Moody for the extra point. He hits it true despite some issues with that snap. And the Commanders cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
14.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. That's going to be taken in at the 8. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And off to Tootin. Off to the races, middle of the field. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
On is Little for the extra point. kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Defense.
A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors.
The Jaguars.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders and Rachaad White ready to take over once again. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. The give here to the motion man. Escapes the defender. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Commanders first down. A gain of 18 on the play.
One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. White gets this one on his own lead. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
Now Daniels to throw. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And Daniels with a smart business decision, sliding down after getting that first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All set to go now from the 35. Daniels on first down. Completed over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Commanders with possession, but they're in a pretty deep hole to start the 4th. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. It's White on the give. He's out in the clear. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Oh, that's such a good feeling as a quarterback on an RPO, and you get to hand it, and you get to watch him take off. You know if you take advantage in the RPO game of a run like that, it only makes the pass that much better.
From the red zone now. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
He will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. White's going to try to smash his way in. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Rachaad White touchdown. His third total score this game.
We've seen all game long how difficult it has been for this defense to try to contain this guy. Not only through the air, now 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's just been a difference maker.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Commanders cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21.
Commanders 21.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Washington now to return. Shoots away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars have running back Bashal Tutin headed out with the rest of the offense. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Inside give here for Tutin. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. It's a screen play for Allen. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Lawrence working from the gun. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
The Jaguars into punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. Ooh, errant snap, but he gets what he can behind this one. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series.
And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll motion Brown right. Daniels now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
This defense has been doing it all, not just with the takeaways, but the pressure and what that does and how hard it is to play the quarterback position when you're taking a beating like this.
Might be time to reach in the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that 1st down.
Driving Dire Straits, it's 3rd and 9.
3rd and long for him here.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Yeah, they send them back in motion right.
They connect on the deep shot. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
On is Moody for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Commanders 28.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Washington now to return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Jaguars have running back Bashal Tootin headed out with the rest of the offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tootin. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To number 12, Travis Hunter. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Got his man. Thomas has it. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
That's good for a Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
We'll give to Allen out of the shotgun. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Motioning left is Thomas. Finds the football outside. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completes another one to Thomas. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff for Allen. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've got a man in motion. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Making the call himself. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause. Facing 4th down, the Jags electing to send out Cam Little for this field goal try. He's looking 34 yards here down the middle. Little knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you can call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here comes Williams on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Daniels going to keep it. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Daniels keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard. And a Commander's 1st down.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the 1st.
And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, Well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Here's Daniels. Another catch for McLaurin. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with 3rd down.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
3rd and long for Daniels. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. He's got it inside the 10. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Looking to his running back, incomplete. That play's going to bring up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field, but in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Touchdown or bust for him here as they set up for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Field goal doesn't move that needle. They're going for the touchdown. It's 4th and goal. Desperation time here. And the defender comes away with it. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Jaguars about set to celebrate this win. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Tootin with it. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Let's see what they went with on third down. Lawrence looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds, I think a yard or two short of the 20 here.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On now comes their punter. And they could really use a good one here. Fair catch called for and made. Looks like that's at the 36-yard line. The Commanders and Terry McLaurin ready for another look on offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Completed over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Daniels from the pistol. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Daniels setting up the play action. Trying to push deep downfield. Caught just shy of the goal line. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line. The timeout arrives with just 3 seconds remaining in this game, so we've got 1 more snap coming up.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Here he goes, 1 final shot. And he's going to be stopped less than a yard from the end zone. Man, excitement all the way to the end. No time left, 0s on the clock. This game's over. So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.